welcome to our channel. I'm Vic.
I'm Nick.
And we're MV Board Gaming. And today we're looking at Dorfromantik. This is a game designed by Lucas Zach and Michael Palm, and it's published by Pegasus Spiel. Nick is going to go through how you play, and then we're going to give our review.
Hey everyone, welcome to the table. We are getting ready for a game of Dorfromantik here. So let's just go over. This is going to be a quick, easy teach. We're going to show you how to start the game and how to play the game. So to start the game, we're going to have 3 task tiles. That's these with the caption looking symbol on them that will come out. So it depends on how many players you're playing as far as if you're alternating turns, but you can also alternate turns by putting tiles out. So when you reveal a task tile, you will see a terrain type and draw randomly from the stack that matches. This will give us a direction as how many tiles will have to be completed of this terrain connected in order to complete this task, which scores points. So we reveal one, we reveal another, decide where to place it. Maybe you want to do that because now we have a 2 value of this forest. And then we reveal another one of these, 4, which is good because I can complete the 4 easier than the 6, but I'll explain what I mean by why that's good. Here we got another forest here, except this is a different type. So this one will get the field, which will be a 5. And that's how you start the game. You reveal 3 of these, no matter what the player count. Now you notice I already have 3 connected forests. So once I connect another forest here, we will have achieved that 4. When you achieve, you will draw from this. However, every other turn in the game will be drawing from the basic landscape tiles here. The larger stack, these 2 right here. So as it is, the next player is going to go and they're going to pick one of these tiles, reveal it, and then decide a placement. So pretty basic as far as I could place this anywhere. If I'm just using this little town, this little village area, that's fine. However, I couldn't place this water running into nothing. Water and train and the railroad tracks are things I have to consider as far as placement, a legal placement. But as it is, I would probably place something like this. And we keep going because I did not fulfill any of these tasks. I would keep going. And here's a train task. So, not a task, but a train tile. So what I could do, this is a legal placement because I'm not running into anything with this train track that isn't train. It's empty. I do complete this here. We will score these 4 points. I just put it off to the side. And now I have to be careful because on either side right here has to be a train. It has to connect to a train. It cannot connect to anything else. So it ties up these spots right here if I were to do that. So that's something to consider. However, I did complete a task. So my teammate, if I have any, are going to draw one of these task tiles to get a new task. And it just happens to be another forest. So now here's a risk here. Well, first let's see it. I believe you can look at it first. So it's a 4. I won't want to put it here because I already have 4. So if I would put it here, it would already have a 5. I would not get this task. It would be impossible to get that task over here. So what I would probably consider is maybe continuing this this water out this way and just starting anew. And you're just going to keep doing that until you run out of tiles. Again, the rule being if you ever complete a task, you draw one of these instead. As the games go on, you're going to track your scores. You have a little campaign book. You'll track your scores here. You're going to round down whatever you achieve. That's the number of X's. So if you scored 153, you would get 150, the landlady here, and that will award you 5 X's. You're going to go up here. You're going to start determining your path and unlocking different achievements, which will give you achievements on here and change the way you score. It will help you score higher as you play it more and more. But that's the gist of the game. You're going to score based on the tasks that I've already mentioned. You're going to also score on flags, which I'll get into here in a sec, and the longest path of any of these trains or these rivers. You also have other things you might unlock that will score you certain bonuses as well. You're going to add up all that and come up with a total. So let's just go over one last thing, and that's flags. So I'm going to look for a flag here. Should have set one aside, but I didn't. No flag. What flags do is they only count if you complete the entire terrain. Wow, I didn't have a single flag. They must all be in here. So there's a yellow one right there. So if I were to do this, this yellow is completely, this yellow field is completely, and I wouldn't do this, obviously there's a task here. But hypothetically, This is completely full. It will score me 2 points. That is not how you want to do tasks. You would like to build out your yellows. If it were an incomplete, so let's say it was like this. Now that's not a legal placement, but we're just using it as an example. This is 0 points because it is not closed off. So this flag is worth 0. You have to close it off. So you want a big area and you'll get points for the flags. There's flag types for all these terrains. The ones that are not the rivers and the trains, of course. All right, that is the gist of how you're playing. Let's go back up top and tell you what we think.
All right, and we are back. Thank you for the teach. This is a 1 to 6 player game. So if Nick doesn't end up mentioning it during his teach, because he's going to do that after we record this, then I just wanted to say that because I was supposed to say it during the intro. So
it's a 1 to 6 player game. It's co-op, so you can play it solo just fine. I think it might be best at solo or 2. That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
because I don't know, there's no real limitation to this type of cooperative game. The less, the better, I would say, though.
yeah. We don't need too many brains involved because even just between the two of us making decisions on putting out hexes, we disagreed a couple times.
Yeah, I think 2 players might be the sweet spot now. Think about it, because you can catch people making a mistake, like with the river, with the
Yeah,
railroad, so
about
other
to
set of eyes might work.
yeah about to put something in the wrong place that a certain achievement requires you to, do a particular connection or something.
All right, so this is a light game. This one is one that won the Spiel des Jahres in Germany. It's based off a video game, which I did not know. We actually picked this up at Gen Con, however.
Yeah.
It was our last purchase of the convention. Just saw it there at the Pegasus booth.
It looks so cute.
I was like, all right, let's give it a try. Won awards, why not? We're not much into light games generally, but they are nice to have. When you're not feeling like a brain burner, you just want to stack some tiles, play some tiles out there.
Yeah.
This would be one that you would pick up. All right, pros and cons. What do you got?
Pro, it's a tile placement game. I love a tile placement game. And another pro is it's co-op. And I love playing a co-op game with you and getting to not be against you. That's awesome. So I have a lot of fun doing that. And it's a city kind of building venture. You're building out a landscape. So that's always nice. And there's different objectives that you're trying to achieve. So I really like that it evolves as we're going along. We're unlocking different things. It's a bit of a, yeah, it's not a legacy. What is the word for it? It's a campaign.
Sure.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
I use the wrong words all the time. So don't rely on me to give you the right terminology. But I've had a lot of fun trying to get a high score with Nick and unlock different things as we progress.
Yeah. As you progress, you're going to score higher and higher. That's the whole point. You're trying to break these different thresholds for achievements that will also give you boons that will help you score higher and higher. As you complete objectives, you're going to unlock boxes and get things from it. When I taught, I'm only teaching like the base game, basically the rules of the game, but things keep getting added on, but not complex things, not things that are going to make you, another rule I have to learn. Mostly it's going to be advances in scoring, the way you score things, or things that help you score higher, but not really like, you have to do this and this rule is broken. It's not only that. So far, we've played 6 games. So far, that's not the case. So yes, I think this would be perfect for a relaxing game. We did a top 10 relaxing games. This would make the list as on our list, I think, because I would put it really high up there, possibly in the top 5 for relaxing games that I've ever played.
Yeah.
You're just the good thing about it though is there is decisions. Like Vic said, we do disagree at times where to place something, which is a good thing, because if it played itself, then it's not very entertaining, because of course I'm gonna play it there. Of course I'm gonna play it there.
That's what I was worried about when we first got it, and I looked at it, and we were just trying to. You described the rules because Nick is the rules guy. He went through that, and I went, "Oh, so we're just gonna draw a tile, and then it's gonna be obvious. And draw a tile, put it down, okay, and then see how far we can get." I didn't seem appealing on the onset, but then when we got to playing in, we went through a few different campaigns, and we've had different scores. Been better,
especially with the train and the rivers. Those make you think. They add a lot of risk reward to your game. If I do this, it'd be nice. And I guess any of the terrain, there's risk reward, because the way the game's working is you want those task tiles 4, 5, and 6. sometimes you don't want to put the fourth tile because if I draw that fourth task, boom, I'm done. I
You
draw
know
the
you
fifth
can't.
task, boom, I'm done.
Yeah, Nick has made audible noises about that. Of course, there it comes. There
Yeah.
it is. I knew it. He said as
Yeah.
just before
So
that.
some things you're not building out like you would in normal tile placement where you want just the most. You just want to build out. But it's like you want to kind of cut it off at a point because you want to be able to put a task there and achieve it quickly.
Yeah,
So it
or
makes you
do what
think.
we do and we say, "Oh, we're gonna close that section out by the time we get to the end," and
There's
then
risk.
and you know you find out you didn't. You go, "How? How's it open?" Then you look at each other.
Yeah.
So
Talking about the flags?
Yeah,
The flags
the
require
flags.
you to close out the terrain. If you have any opening, then you don't score at all. Yeah. There's things to consider.
Yeah.
So that makes it a positive, relaxing game. It's
Yeah.
one that you at least have to put some marginal, amounts of thought into.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Negatives?
Negatives. It's not really a game that is in my wheelhouse, let's say. I can't say it's a negative of the game, though. Of the game, I don't really have that many negatives. I guess it's kind of bland looking. It's nothing really pops in there. It's pretty, I don't know, just boring looking to me.
Well, we just got a circus tent.
Yeah, I guess that's a little something. But what you're looking at, the towns.
I agree with you. I was just kidding.
Yeah. It looks familiar to you. It looks like, okay, I've played games like this before, like this art. I've played games like this forest. I've seen like Queen Domino or something
Right.
like that. But yeah, totally different game than Queen Domino. Just the art, it has a familiarity, something you've seen before, Carcassonne or something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least with Queen Domino, there were little funny depictions that you would catch on the board and go, "Oh, what's that? That's a funny little piece of art." This one, that no such thing. So negative for sure. No funny little things that they snuck in.
Yeah. So I guess my only negative would be it's not my wheelhouse, which isn't really a negative for the game. It's just a negative to me for the game. Like how I view the game, the enjoyment I'm going to get out of the game is going to be docked a little bit because it's not my wheelhouse. It's not my type of game.
So that's my negative. Is it's not your wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's not my husband's wheelhouse. It's a.
I like it because I enjoy these kind of games. So right away, I'm predisposed to liking them. I enjoy building out landscapes with tiles, even if it could be basic. I know I alluded to, if you're just drawing and doing, because I need you to be lured in by some strategy or something some meat to the bone of a tile placement game.
So for this one, it's a light game that doesn't have that much to cover. You're just all in your turn. You're just grabbing a tile and placing it. And if you complete a task, you grab a different type of tile and place it. There is no cards to be played or anything. It's a very light game.
Yeah.
There isn't much to go over. The rules are simple. That's a pro. You can teach it to anyone, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really like how you can set yourself up for combos with certain tasks. Mm-hmm. And if you're strategic in how you place out your tiles, you can just let yourself wait to put out certain tasks, and then bam, you accomplish that. And you get another task, and you accomplished that one. Oh,
yeah.
That's exciting. Score time.
Yeah, I think it's an easy one as far as our review portion, and we're just going to jump to scores. For me, I think it's a really solid game. I'm still, even though it's not my wheelhouse, I'm still going to give it a flat 8.
Ooh.
So it's a game that I'm happy to play. It's a nice co-op game that I think we can play anytime. And I think Vic might have a similar score, judging by that.
8-6.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, 8-6. little more than you because I like tile placement. Is it crazy?
I was going to make sure your mic was on.
I felt like it was hit me in the ear.
I thought you would have scored higher than me, but when you reacted, I thought you'd have scored an exact 8 because you grabbed your thing so quick. It's like, it's an 8-2.
No, I let you down.
No, 8-6.
8-6. That's how I truly feel. I contemplated over 9, but what brought it down was that, again, the art being a little bit more drab. It doesn't have any quirkiness that I've detected yet, and I like a little craziness, a little weirdness. It doesn't really have that, but that's not what it's supposed to. And I would like to find out. I don't know at the time of this video what Dorfromantik means.
Village romanticization or something.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah, in German.
Yeah, so that's what this is. So that prevented it from being no, I don't know. It didn't meet the 9 because to me that would really be an exceptional tile placement game, and in the scheme of tile placements, that's where it falls for me, is at 8.6. It just couldn't, because the quality of the components is just not like Castles of Burgundy special edition, acrylics.
That'd be crazy.
So that would be, wow, that would bump it up certainly. But I like it a lot. It's a lot
it's
of
solid
fun.
game. Solid game. Recommend.
Well, let us know in the comments below what your favorite tile placement game is, and if you've played this one, let us know your thoughts on it. If you liked the video, please, as always, hit the like, thumbs up, and subscribe for more great reviews. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.